If you are responsible for maintaining a secure, well-managed network, and you have a Catalyst 1300 series switch, TACACS Plus can be a great solution. A popular way to deploy TACACS Plus is by using Cisco Identity Services Engine, ISE. ISE acts as a powerful, centralized platform for managing user authentication, authorization, and accounting across your network devices, including Catalyst 1300 switches. It is important to note that the TACACS Plus server configuration goes beyond the support scope for Cisco Small Business products. These details are being provided to assist you with the steps involved through the process. In this first of a 3-part episode of Cisco Tech Talk, I'll demonstrate the configuration of Cisco ISE for TACACS Plus authentication with Cisco Catalyst 1300 switches next. In this video, I'll go through the ISE setup and device integration. This includes enabling TACACS Plus on Cisco ISE, setting up users and groups, registering the Catalyst 1300 switches as network devices, adding the device to appropriate groups, and configuring shared secrets for secure communication. There's a lot to get through, so I'll get started. Start by enabling TACACS Plus on the ISE server. I'm using an earlier version of Cisco ISE, but you can use a more recent version such as 3.2 or 3.3. The menu layout may appear slightly different, but the basic configuration flow remains the same. To enable, click Administration. From the drop-down menu, click on Deployment. Here, you can see the deployment nodes. Select the ISE deployment for the details to open. Scroll down to find the option called Enable Device Admin Service. This must be enabled for TACACS Plus to work. If you make any changes, remember to click the Save button. Next, to configure users and groups, navigate to the Work Centers menu. The required configuration in this scenario will be under the Device Administration section. Here, you'll find the user identity groups, where you can create user groups and users. In this example, I'm using local users and local groups, but you could also integrate with Active Directory or other identity sources if needed. I've created 3 groups: NetAdmin, View Only, and Priv Test. To add a new group, click the Add button. Provide a name and description and submit. To create users, go to the Identities menu. Here, I've configured users named User 1, User 2, User 3, and User 4. These are designated as network access users. For mapping, User 1 is assigned to the network admin group, User 2 to View Only, and User 3 is mapped to Priv Test. User 4 is not mapped yet. Now, I'll configure the network device's Catalyst 1300 switches, navigate to the Network Resources menu, go to Network Device Groups. Make sure you've created a group for your switches. In my setup, I created a group called C1300 switch, which is mapped under all device types. There are already 2 switches mapped to this device group. To add a new device, click Add. Provide a name, assign it to the group, and save the settings. Creating device groups does not assign any specific permissions. It simply organizes your devices into logical categories that you can reference later when configuring policies and access controls. Under Network Devices, you can see 2 Catalyst 1300 series switches that were already added. To add a new switch, click Add and enter the required information, including the name, description, and IP address. Set the device profile to Cisco. In the Network Device Group section, select the group. I'll set IPsec to No and select the C1300 for the device type. In the TACACS Plus authentication settings, enter the shared secret and enable single connect mode. Unlike Radius, which uses UDP, TACACS Plus uses TCP as its transport protocol. If single connect mode is not enabled, each TACACS Plus request will establish a separate TCP connection. For example, when authenticating, one TCP connection is used. When downloading the authorization profile, another connection is created. And for each command authorization, additional connections are made. This could result in multiple connections being opened and closed rapidly, especially when running administrator scripts with multiple commands. Enabling single connect mode allows the switch and ISE server to maintain a persistent TCP connection, reducing overhead when multiple commands are run. If you enable single connect mode, ISE supports two submodes: Legacy Cisco Device and TACACS Plus Draft Compliance Single Connect support. For Cisco Catalyst 1300 switches, select Legacy Cisco Device. If you choose the second option, you may encounter errors and connection issues. Great start! The Catalyst 1300 switches and users are now configured in ISE. Up next, in part 2, I'll show you how to create TACACS Plus profiles. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.